What are the top 10 highest paid psychology careers? Stick around, let's talk about it today in this episode of Navigating Academia. What's up, Navigating Academia family? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. My name is Dr. Phoenix Singh, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today as your personal academic mentor. Today, we're going to be talking about a valued viewer's question. I want to respond to it for him, and he was asking me, Dr. Singh, what are the highest paid psychological careers? Because in a previous video, we talked about all the different types of positions that you could end up having. Now, something very important here, and I think this kind of goes without saying, the numbers that I got are from Bureau of Labor Statistics in the United States. So salaries can vary greatly depending on a lot of factors, like the location. If you're working in San Francisco versus in the middle of nowhere of Wyoming, love me some Wyoming, right? Or your years of experience. If you're right out of grad school versus you've been working for 40 years and you've just got every conceivable referral network in your community, right? Your education, are you a master's level counselor, or are you a doctoral level counseling psychologist? And also your specialty area. Are you a forensic psychologist, or are you kind of just a general clinical psychologist, looking at things like depression, anxiety, but just more generally, right? These things make a huge difference. And in other words, these numbers are simply an average and they are not a guarantee. The other thing I'm going to throw in here in terms of location is country. Oh my goodness. Depending on the country that you're in, how much a psychologist can make, regardless of setting, varies extraordinarily, okay? In some cases, it's highly regulated by the government. In other cases, obviously, it's much more of a kind of a free market out there. So this, though, should get you started. So here's a list of the top 10 highest paid psychology careers, along with their average salary in US dollars. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. The number one best paid is being a neuropsychologist, right? Average salary, $97,820. Okay. Number two, an organizational psychologist. Usually only have a master's in IO psychology. Pretty good. And now they're working in industry positions. You guys know me from other videos. Working in an industry position, probably more likely to get paid more, $92,800. Then you've got a forensic psychologist. That's me, right? Working in prisons, jails, and so forth, being an expert witness and so forth, $87,850. Number four is just a general clinical psychologist. Usually, I've got my private practice. People come in and see me. I'm not in a particular area of specialization. I just want to help as many people as I can, okay? And this is $85,220. Then we go to a school psychologist, $76,990. A sports psychologist, which is $75,000, and this is tied with a health psychologist, which is $75,000. And then we go down to a research psychologist. Now, research psychologists, I want to say something. The number that I'm getting here is $72,820. But let me just tell you right now that I am not sure that this is accurate. Why? Because, well, here's the thing. If you're a research psychologist, you effectively are going to make what you eat what you kill. You will make whatever you are able to make after grant funding. Okay, so in some cases, you're gonna make like 50 grand a year because you weren't successful in getting any grants. In other cases, you got a $1 million grant over the next 3 years. You break it down, and this is like $330,000 a year. So after you're kind of paying grad students or postdocs or undergrad research assistants, if there's a stipend, a lab manager, you're paying for materials, you're paying for different measures you need, and so forth. After that, maybe you're making like $150,000, $175,000 a year. So that's the thing, is that these averages are just that. They are averages. I have seen individuals who are research psychologists make more money than any other kind of psychologist. Now, these are unique individuals. These are not averages, but I am totally anecdotally saying that. Last but not least, excuse me, they're not psychologists, but I wanted to throw the number in there to be able to give you a comparison. The average amount for a psychiatrist who went to medical school is $220,000, or $222,380, right? So it is a huge difference, right? Now keep in mind the things that are going to bring that down, like more significant malpractice insurance, so on and so forth. But that said, there's still a very significant differential here. Now I can tell you right now that the best therapists that I personally have ever had have been master's level counselors and social workers. The best of all time, right? No doubt. Not PsyD, not clinical psych PhD, not psychiatrists. The best of the best, I can tell you that right now. So just because individuals on this list may not be, the most highest rank in terms of how much they're getting paid, there is like no correlation, I would argue, between how much they're helping people, right, and essentially how much they're making. Okay, so that's a very important point for me to make. But thank you guys for watching so much. Definitely, if you're interested in becoming a psychologist of any kind, you need to get into one of the leading grad school programs in the country, and the acceptance rates are 4% and below. If you want to do clinical psych PhD, you are in deep trouble. It is 0.5 to 2% right now. It is redonkadonk. So if you want to be able to maximize the quality of your application materials, I put together 5 courses just for you at Publication Academy down here. So make sure that you check them out. You can get a 7-day free trial to be able to try a couple of them out. I'm telling you right now that if you do exactly what I say, you're going to achieve phenomenal results that are so much better than anybody else out there on the market today. All right? Don't listen to your career services person or your parents or even your undergrad supervisor. Sometimes they give really, really good advice for when they were applying to grad school, but right now is a very unique time. Keeping your fingers on the pulse is critical. That's exactly what I've done for you. So, Publication Academy, check it out. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you. Be sure to be able to like this video, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and don't forget to get out there and be your best self. God bless you. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you here as always. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more in this series on navigating academia, please click on one of these links over here to be able to view more original content. I hope to see you there.